And this is a video review of the Transformers Studio Series number 55, Constructicon Scavenger from the Revenge of the Fallen movie. So, he is one of my first lockdown, not lockdown purchases. And not Transformer lockdown, the COVID lockdown purchases. I bought him at Amazon.com a while back. Again, not one of those figures that I'm really keen on reviewing just because of how much I dislike how he came out. But yeah, so we just got Overload here, and I need to review this guy before I review the whole Devastator. So let's do that. So first things first, let's take a look at the packaging. It is the standard Studio Series packaging. Side is artwork of Scavenger, artwork of Devastator, and at the back, Scavenger in robot and vehicle mode. Okay, so taking a look at Scavenger in robot mode. And he's not a bad figure per se. I guess my main gripe is how small he turned out to be. I'm not sure if it's to keep in scale with the rest of the, or with the whole Devastator or all that, but I don't think the figure itself is in scale with the rest of the Constructicons, and you'll see that later on. But in terms of detail, he does have the required details. Missing a bit of paint apps. I wish he had more, but what can you do? So let's just look at the figure. So he does have his requisite two wheels. This one doesn't turn, but this one does turn. But because his lower limb is a wheel, he can't really stand up without support from his arm, which is not too bad, I guess. Now he does have these two arms. They're not too bad looking. I mean, from the side, no, not too bad. On the back, not too bad. Now let's do some size comparisons. Here he is with Prime, and as you can see, in the movie, Prime was a lot smaller than him. Maybe, I don't know, half smaller still. It was like on his shoulder, shooting at his face. So this guy's a bit too big compared to that guy. I wish they made him bigger and used the additional plastic to improve on his engineering, but what can you do? And since I showed that comparison in my Mixmaster review, I'll just post that again here. And here we got Mixmaster with the rest of the Constructicons. So they are a motley crew of misfits, if I do say so. Okay, so let's get to transforming this guy. First off, unpeg the top. So as you can see, there's just these gaps and those rectangular pegs there. And just push that back, give us some clearance. Now this is the scary part, just because of how thin this plastic is and how how tight that connection is. And I guess you need to have that tight connection to make sure that he can hold the limbs properly. But I'm not complaining about the tight connection, I'm complaining about the thin plastic. So you have to snap it. It's really tight, especially in the first few times I transformed him. I've already seen few pictures online of this stressing out, so yeah, be wary. And let's just unpeg these as well. So again, another tight connection there. Now split the legs, or not the legs, but this big wheel, split it, and then extend that, so that will form the treads. Okay, So what we do, orient the wheels like so. Okay, and then you rotate this down, rotate this around, so you know that flat peg should be pointing that way, and then you just rotate this down like so. As you can see, it's like a horizontal and a vertical there in that peg, so just peg those together. And once you've done that, the rest should be simple enough. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay, and then no, I'm forgetting something. Is that it? Or is it this? I think it's this one. Okay, so you're supposed to peg these into that slot as well, so just peg that there. Move this out of the way so we have a little bit of clearance. And then peg make sure when you're pushing, you push these two together. I think they are in a common hinge. Let's push that back. Okay, back. So you then peg these underneath. Peg these underneath there. Oop. And that's solidify this connection there. Okay, push this up a little bit more, and then the only thing you need to do is rotate this forward. Again, another tight joint. Let's just need to push it down together. Do this same on the other side. Push that together. Straighten this one out. So these should be oriented this way. Now connect them together. There's these two pegs there, and there's two slots there. So hard to show you how they connect, but you should feel them connecting. And then you just peg these together. I forgot to show articulation, but this guy doesn't have barely any articulation anyway. Let's push this up. And then this just fold down, and this just fold down. Orient this properly. There you go. There you have Scavenger in his vehicle mode. Now, to be honest, this vehicle mode does look good, at least from this orientation. From the back, it's crap. From the top, it's crap. From the front, it's also, crap. But what can you do? And as I mentioned, see those steps there? Those steps are tiny. That cockpit is tiny. So that regard, you can see he is a bit too small for the scale, I think. And speaking of scale, let's take a look at some comparisons. And here are all the Constructicons together in their vehicle modes. And they are turn that guy around. Now, final thoughts. And again, he's not a required purchase. If they come out with the white, the white repaint of this guy, I'll probably skip on that. The only reason, I'd be pushing to buy this guy is to get the combined Devastator mode. That's it. No other valid reason. So yeah, if you like that review, please do leave a like, leave a comment, do subscribe. This has been Grimtrigger, and this has been Constructicon Devastator. Thanks for watching. Oh, Constructicon Scavenger. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.